Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a realistic cactus. Move out the way. Alright, so first off, I think we will start off with the body. So draw a straight line, then we can curve a little to this. You know what I mean? Curve a little into this. I'm making a flower. Oh yes, nearly forgot. You need to make your flower. Now like that. And I'll go up. Now we will proceed to make something small. Like, you know, like over here. Now I'm sorry that the pencil broke. Damn, the pencil broke. Now we're going to drag this down to make the body. Now we are okay now to make the actual, body here. So just draw a bunch of straight lines if you like. You can just draw a bunch of straight lines. This is not a very detailed tutorial. Although you can have detail. You can, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Or you can just, just go back a little. If I'm stuck on how to draw a bit, just go back a little. Wait, this part should cut part of the cactus. We are overlapping the cactus. Now imagine it's going like just behind the cactus. Now like that. Now we can add some more detail now. I think. What it looks like for now, at the end, it will look something like this. Anyways, now to add some of my favourite techniques. Number 1, smudging. Think you know how to do this? You'll need a tissue paper, like any type of tissue paper. Now, draw like the part you want smudged. We are doing some detail here now. Starting off with some detail, you know what I mean? So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can actually see the detail a little bit. So, like, you see, we're not going to do that much detail. We're just going to do small strokes, like, color it in, like, with a bunch of, see what I mean? Color it in with a bunch of small spaces so that the ink can actually spread. And we'll always speed things up. Oh, this is annoying. Anyways, that's not enough. You have to cover the entire thing in small gaps and just lightly shade it. Now, getting out your tissue paper and proceed to smudge it. Smudging will spread it. Now, it's annoying. Wait, I'll just smudge it. So smudging is really easy. You just smudge it with the tissue paper. If smudging with the tissue paper does not work, smudge it with your finger. Which is just basically doing the same with the tissue paper. You wipe it off. Now that's what it looks like smudged. Now proceed to make small cactuses in the background. So I'm going to add this cactus to my background. So see, draw 2-3 lines. Now, add the rest of the body like this. Sorry, I'll zoom out. Now, as we can see, we will now proceed to make some of the spikes, which should be pointing downwards like that. Now, half it a little bit. You can half it if you like. Now you shade it in, and that's good. That's a cactus, good to go. But we forgot to do this cactus. So, 2-3 spikes. 1-2-3 spikes. Just like near the tops, you could add some 3 spikes. Cluster spikes, I guess you could just call them. Now, add a bunch of the rest. Little dashes. So you can see, just add like a bunch of the dashes here, there, yeah. Anyways, here's a tip when you draw. When you smudge, it's supposed to, add the shading and texture a bit. So, like when I smudged over there, you can see how shaded and textured it is. Because when you smudge, it spreads across an area and makes it more lighter. That gives it a feeling of a shading. Anyways, back to the video. We now need to quickly... Also, tip, you can probably add some spikes, as you can see, down like that. So, they're, overlapping out of the cactus, as you can see. So, we're going to quickly do this. I'm done with the cactus spikes. We can add detail later, but for now, we're going to add some things in the background. So, we're going to add, this small cluster pack. We're going to add a bunch of spikes. Also, you guys can add more cactuses if you like. The one I showed you earlier was just like rough. If you like to do that, you can copy from that if you like. Just go back and pause the video. Now, you don't need to halve this. Halve each individual separate cactus part. And shade that in. You don't need to smudge this because this is just background detail. Now, if you look down, this is what it looks like. It doesn't look that realistic because we haven't even added the spikes. Spikes will be down. So you can see what I mean. Spikes go down. Move it down a bit. I want to speed this up a little. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always just pause the video or go back if you are stuck on a part of the drawing. That's what you can always do. Anyways, the flower you don't have to shade in, but you can shade in a tiny bit if you like. I'm not going to do that. Just pause the video here if you want to shade it in a little. I know, add some texture colors, stuff. You can tell this is the desert. It's a bunch of cactuses and you tell by the shading. Also, tip. When you're shading, make sure the background needs to be shaded the exact half. For example, if you would like to shade this half in, you'd have to shade this half in, and these things you have to shade this half in. So that's what you have to do to make it look more realistic. Now we're done with that cactus. Now we can add small things in the background. You know what I mean? Now I'll show you a cool trick. Make some, ridges like this. Now, add a cactus. We can add, like the same type of cactus, I guess. Now, we will proceed to shade in half of it. Although this won't be a flying cactus. It'll be kind of like a cactus, basically. Now, add the spikes. Add a bunch of spikes. Here you can see, just add a bunch of spikes. Now, you don't have to add any spikes in the body. This one's too thin. Now, to color in the sand. The sand, you just need to do really like these sketches like this. Make sure not to overlap any cactuses. If you like, you can add even more cactuses in the way I do. But that's it for today's video. And thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.